Welcome to another episode of Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host Prasoon, and this is the show where you will learn entrepreneurship even if you are blind. If you think blindness is holding you back from becoming a successful entrepreneur, from creating wealth and becoming rich, then let me guide you through this journey because I was diagnosed with a degenerative retinal eye condition 6 years ago, and now I built three businesses and I'm trying to make all of them successful. So I will share how I did it, how I'm going to do it. Everything will be shared in this podcast so that you can also do the same and save some time and money because I have some experiences that I want to share with you guys so that you don't need to make the same mistakes that I did so that you can try and start believing in yourself. So, what is the topic for today's episode? It's mindset. So, what is mindset? Mindset is something which a person believes in. It's his attitude or a collection of his attitudes at different points of his life. So, if your mindset is set in the right way, you will do whatever you can to achieve the things that you have aimed for in your life. But in our cases, when I got this diagnosis of a blinding eye disease, I thought my life is over. I will be confined to the four walls of my room, and I won't be able to do anything. But at that time, even before the diagnosis was made, I was writing blogs. I knew technology was growing at a very fast pace, and there was no way we could stay back in our house and do nothing when all others were using technology and leaping in the speed of light. So why can't we do that? Of course we can do it. It will be difficult, but it is not impossible. That's what I believed. I still believe that, and that's how I started all the three businesses. So that's about mindset. If you are happy with your life right now, I think you should ask your question. You should ask yourself that question one more time. Am I happy with myself? Is there anything that I would like to achieve? Is there anything that I have set aside only because of my eye condition? I know that I have limitations, but are the limitations holding me back from achieving the dreams that I had as a kid? Or I know blind persons have dreams. What was your biggest and wildest dream? What is your wildest goal? What is the aim? What is the purpose of your life? If you know that, if you think it's unattainable, think again. Because in this podcast, I will help you reach that goal, or at least somewhere near that goal, with the help of technology. It is doable, and all you need is the right mindset. So when you ask yourself that question, am I happy with my life? And if your answer is yes, then you are a lucky person. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to follow anything else. You don't have to run around in circles trying to climb a mountain which doesn't even exist. But if your answer is no, if you think you can do much more, if you imagine yourself as an 80-year-old man or a woman and then think back, what was that I did in my life? What are the things that I could have done but I didn't? At that time, you should be able to answer this question. So if that's you, then you are at the right place, because I was at your place 6 years ago, and then I started reading some self-development books, some personality development books. Then I read something about entrepreneurship. Then I thought there was an entrepreneur hidden inside myself, and asked several questions to myself. What is the problem that I wanted to solve? So there is a framework that you need to follow in order to find out the purpose of your life, to find out the right business that you need to start. When you do that, and when you have a even a simple idea of what you're going to do, and if you start the action right now, you won't regret it 3 or 4 years later. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Incorporated, has once said, "You cannot connect the dots in your life by looking to your future, but you can do the same. You can connect the dots if you look backwards to your past." So you just have to trust that the dots that has already happened in your life in the past, it'll somehow connect themselves in the future. You have to believe in your gut, karma, instinct, and then start doing what you believe in the most. That's the mindset that you need to be in. In 2026, that's 3 years from now, when you look back, and if you start a podcast tomorrow, when you look back from 2026, you will know how and why you started this podcast. You will understand the purpose of that podcast. By that time, you might have deviated from your topic. You might have pivoted from the core idea of your podcast. And the audience that you are planning to attract, they might have also changed. But you can only connect the dots by looking backwards. You just have to take care of the present. We don't have to worry about the past and the future. It'll somehow come together. The dots will connect. But that's going to happen in the future, and you have to trust your guts. You have to believe that it is going to happen one day. You will then understand why you went to law school and is now doing a part-time job as a clerk. You will understand why your bully friend at school never missed an opportunity to tease you in front of your other friends. But all those things, the questions to which you couldn't find an answer in the past or now, it'll become clear in the future. I'll tell you one story. I think I watched a video on the story. It goes like this. Once there was a father who just came back from work and his work was not finished. So his son was waiting for him at the home to play with him. But father was focused on his work and he had to finish his work somehow. And so he thought, I will distract my son by giving him an assignment. So he went to his study table and he found a world map lying around, and so he took it. It was on a piece of paper, and he tore it down into several pieces and gave it to his son and asked him to assemble it right back. So he thought he will be getting at least 1 or 2 hours time, and by that time he could finish his work. Until that time, his son won't disturb him. But to his surprise, his son came back in 2 minutes, and when he asked, how did you manage to complete the world map in 2 minutes? And the son said, when I turned the paper down, there was a cartoon that I know. There was a picture of a cartoon character that I know, and I had to keep the pieces together to make the cartoon character. And the world map, it came back automatically. So what's the moral of the story? It is the mindset. The child had only one mindset to fix it, and so there was a simple answer. Instead of going to find the real world map and then find the places and assemble it together, which is a tedious and a hard task, the child got a clue. There was a simple answer on the reverse. It was hiding there, and the child went with the simple answer. The solution was right there, and as the child's mindset was right, he was able to fix that problem. So if you have the right mindset, what I'm trying to tell you is that there will be some simple solution lying around. It will be things in your house. It will be family members that you can ask for help. It could be a personal assistant. There are several other technologies and tools and softwares which are available right now, which you can use or subscribe, and then start your own online business. But if you don't do it, if you don't start it, then you're losing your time. You don't have to worry about how hard it is going to be, because every task is hard. Building a business is hard. Building an online business is even hard. And making it profitable is super hard. But if you think about how hard the problem is, if you think it as a big problem, you will be sitting there wondering and staring at the problem and doing nothing. And on the other side, if you think like the child in the story. There will be some solution there. You just have to figure out what is the simplest solution to overcome that problem. And for that, all you need is the right mindset. If you have the right mindset, you will start doing. If the child had thought assembling the world map is a big task, he would have thrown it away and gone back to his father to disturb him. But the child had this mindset to fix it, and so he did, even though he didn't know how to do it. Think about it. Think about it for a second. If your mindset is I don't have to do anything, I have a house, you have family members giving you money, you can eat food, and you are getting your clothes and shop, you can do shopping and all. If you're not trying to motivate others, if you don't know the purpose of your life, you will sit idle. You are wasting your time. In that situation also, your life will change, but this time not in a good way but in a bad way. You will develop new diseases, you will become lazy, you will become obese, you will develop new lifestyle diseases, and you will become poor. At one point of time, when even your family members will find it difficult to take care of you. If you don't find independence, it could be relation wise, it could be independence in terms of wealth and your health. If you don't find your independence in all these three spheres of life, you are going to be doomed. So if you haven't written down, if you haven't used a paper and pen in a long time, do it. Or if you have a smartphone and or a laptop or a computer, write down, open the WordPad or the Notes app or the Keep Notes or any app that you can type, and then start typing one key at a time. What is the purpose of your life? What you want to do? What you like doing the most? How can I make a difference to this world? How can I contribute to this world? How can I give value to other persons? It could be a small thing. It could be a small product or a service that you can do. It could be repairing a piano. It could be tuning a guitar. It could be singing. I heard about this Japanese guy like 2 months ago. He is on Twitter and he charges to do nothing. Yeah, you can hire him. He will come with you. He will sit there. He will listen to whatever that you have to say. He can be your man. He charges by hour, by the way, and he does nothing. But that's a service, and he has made hundreds and thousands of dollars doing that by doing nothing. He won't work for you. He won't lift weights or move furnitures or work for you. He's not your personal assistant, but that's a service. If you know the service that you can deliver to others, start doing it, even if it is a small thing. How is the world going to know about your service, your skills, if it remains an idea inside your head? You have to start it. Start telling people, start telling your friends and family members and everyone that you know about your service. And then some persons will come to you, take the service, and if they like it, they will share it with their friends and family members. It spreads through word of mouth. That's another type of marketing. So you just have to do it. Now, what inspired me to prove that being blind is not the end of the world? I believe that it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of my life. I consider it as the beginning of my new life. I think it was, I was 29. No, it was 31-year-old when I got the diagnosis of my eye condition. Till then, I was a lazy person. I was fat. I was 84 kilograms in weight. I used to sleep from 4 p.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. after coming back from the hospital. And then I used to sit up late at night watching movies and series. Game of Thrones, House, Breaking Bad, Dexter. Yeah, all those shows. I can't imagine how much time I have wasted. Nowadays, I don't consume content online. I create content. I am a creator now. I make podcasts. I make YouTube videos. I write blog posts. And I teach. I also become a teacher, a coach. At the end of this podcast, I want you to get this message right into your head. The takeaway message is that you can achieve whatever you set your mind focused on. Focus, concentrate on the thing that you like doing the most, and that could be your business. You can achieve whatever you're focused on. Inspire others, motivate others, don't hate money. When I say that, you don't have to be greedy. But in 2023, when you are listening to this podcast, if you can't make money doing the thing that you like the most, then you are missing out. Because I know even kids who make videos on their life, telling reviews and stories about their toys and their school life, making thousands of dollars. In some cases, they make even more money than their parents. I want you to make money and no, don't hate money. Not to, you don't have to see money as a bad thing, because when you have money, when you become wealthy, it brings with it independence. You can do whatever you want. Becoming wealthy makes your life easier. You can have good food, healthy food, travel the world, shop for whatever you want, buy anything that you want, travel the world with whoever you want, and you don't have to bother disturbing your loved ones. They have their own life. Let them live their life. You have the money, you have created the money. You spend that money to hire a person who can come with you and do whatever you want. It's your time. Because now, with the money that you have created, you are paying for someone else's time. You are becoming an employer. When you become wealthy, there are no restrictions. That's why I say you don't have to hate wealth. You don't have to see wealth in a bad way. We have been brainwashed by our teachers and parents to see money and wealth like a thing of criminals. It's not like that. You have to make money. Then with the money that you make, you have to make that money work for you to create more money. That's how it should be. But doing it is much harder than saying it. When you start making money and when you visualize money coming to you in abundance, just like Napoleon Hill said in his book, Think and Grow Rich. That's another book that you should start reading if you decided to become an entrepreneur. I highly recommend you to read that book once, at least one. If this is the type of mindset that you are in, then this is the right podcast for you, because that's the mindset that I was in, and I know how it is going to work out for my life. I know how it's going to work out for the other businesses that I run, own, and manage, and I know how it is going to be. I have definite aims and goals, and I have a roadmap on where to reach at the end of 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Everything is written down. There is a plan for everything. Starting a business online is not easy, but it is a skill which can be learned, and you can also do that. A business is not just buying or selling stuff. There are some systems involved in it. There are operations, customer support, administration, marketing, sales. There are so many aspects when it comes to running a business, and you can learn everything. Then delegate everything to other persons. Teach them how to do it the way you did it, and build systems around it. And when they start doing it the way you did it, your business will be free. You can step out from the business and watch your business like an outside person, and you will be happy to see your business running like a well-oiled machine, making money every day, even when you're sleeping. On that note, I'll wind up this episode. It's been a long one. I hope you liked it. What is the mindset that you are in right now? Are you happy with your life? Do you think you are independent now? Are you making enough money? Or would you like to start a business and earn more money, become wealthy? You can answer by finding the link in the show notes. Okay then, thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take care. Good night.